Why Maximus kills Xander in Fallout Season 2, Episode 3, explained. Let's talk about the moment in Fallout Season 2, Episode 3, that quietly changes everything. Maximus killing Xander. At first glance, it looks like a sudden emotional decision, a soldier choosing an old friend over a new ally. But if you really break it down, this wasn't impulsive at all. This was the exact moment Maximus realized what kind of man and what kind of world he was becoming part of. And once he saw it clearly, there was no going back. Xander's pitch, order at any cost. The turning point actually starts way earlier, the moment Xander corners Maximus outside the meeting room. Because notice what Xander does immediately. He flatters, then reframes reality. He tells Maximus the Commonwealth is different from the Brotherhood, that paladins and knights have real authority, that clerics are just ceremonial. In other words, no dogma, no religion, no chains. And for Maximus, who was just humiliated by Quintus and called nothing more than a sword that sounds tempting. Xander doesn't talk like a tyrant. He talks like a pragmatist. He frames the coming civil war as inevitable, and the cold fusion relic as the only thing keeping the continent from collapsing. And then comes the real hook. If Quintus won't hand it over, maybe Maximus can. Not because Maximus is evil, but because, in Xander's words, the greater good demands it. This is classic Fallout logic, and it works, at least for a moment. The bonding moment that seals the trap. The robot hunt is crucial. Maximus and Xander fighting side by side isn't just action, it's trust building. They take down a Securitron together, share banter, exchange respect. Xander even hands Maximus his custom power hammer. That's symbolic. It's Xander saying, "You're one of us now." And for Maximus, who has spent his entire life being told what he is, that matters. Which is why what happens next hits so hard. The Nuka-Cola factory, the mask comes off. The moment they step into Thaddeus' factory, the episode stops being subtle. Because Xander doesn't hesitate. He doesn't question. He doesn't investigate. He immediately starts sorting children. Smooth skin on one side. Ghoulified kids on the other. Why? Because in his mind, the ones who will turn into ghouls are already a liability. This is the moment Maximus sees the truth. Xander doesn't believe in saving the future. He believes in curating it. And Fallout fans will recognize this instantly. This is the same logic Vault-Tec used. The same logic the Enclave used. The same logic that keeps ending the world over and over again. Thaddeus tries to stop it. And it becomes clear, fast, that Xander is fully prepared to kill him too. That's when Maximus has to choose. Why Maximus chooses Thaddeus. This isn't about friendship versus duty. It's about who Maximus believes deserves to exist. Thaddeus is flawed. The kids are sick. The factory is grim, but they're alive. Xander sees them as numbers on a survival spreadsheet. And Maximus realizes something terrifying. If he lets this happen, if he stays silent, then he becomes Xander. So he doesn't argue. He doesn't negotiate. He picks up the hammer, the very symbol Xander gave him, and kills him with it. That matters, because Maximus doesn't reject violence. He rejects dehumanization. The aftermath, Maximus knows what he's done. The most important part, Maximus immediately understands the consequences. He knows killing Xander could spark a war with the Commonwealth. He knows Quintus explicitly warned him not to do this. He knows this might doom the Brotherhood. And still, he does it, because in that moment, saving Thaddeus and those kids mattered more than preserving a broken system. The quiet horror comes afterward when Maximus realizes the only hope is a lie. Maybe we can make it look like the robot did it. That's the tragedy. Maximus doesn't walk away clean. He walks away compromised, just like everyone else in Fallout who tries to do the right thing. What this really means for Fallout Season 2, this scene isn't just character development. It's a thesis statement. The Brotherhood talks about honor but chooses power. The Commonwealth talks about order but practices genocide. The Legion talks about strength but collapses into chaos. And Maximus, he's caught between all of them, trying to be human in a world that punishes empathy. By killing Xander, Maximus doesn't stop a war. He chooses a side. Not the Brotherhood, not the Commonwealth, but the people who don't get a vote. And in Fallout, that's the most dangerous choice of all. Thank you for watching.